That's right now. And it's going down. And it's gonna be alright. It's the daily go get optimism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. Think it won't? Yeah, I like back in the day, we got something real to say. Just now to wait. All right, y'all. It's the Daily Go Get a Business Show. And I'm your host, Sun752. And it is Power Monday and Memorial Day, the first unofficial holiday of the summertime. And it's going down. Everything is gonna be all right. You think? Yeah, it's on site. Everything is gonna be okay. Yeah, it goes down Memorial Day. It's Monday. Hey. Tonight we're gonna get into we're gonna get a little cerebral on y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a little cerebral on y'all. And we're gonna talk about whatever age you are right now, because I'm pretty sure that the people who listen to my show are of a certain age frame. You know, at least 35, 40 and up, that sort of thing. But today, we're going to take a little exercise going back to the future, going back to the past, actually back to the present. We're going back to the present today. What if you could keep all of your physical characteristics that you had when you were 30 years old, but you would have to keep all of your knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and experience that you have at your age today? Would you be able to go back and be 30 years old today comfortably? Would you fit in with today's 30-year-olds? Would you be able to take your mind back and fit into the 30-year-old fold? And we're going to say 30 years old because 30 years old, in my opinion, is when you are really officially a full-grown, full-fledged, undeniable, ain't no way around it adult. When you're in your 20s, it can be denied that you're a real adult. You know what I mean? Because you're in your 20s. You're still in your baby years. You're still in your developmental stages. You still haven't figured the world out yet. You're still trying to figure out yourself. So 30 years old, if you can take yourself back to when you turned 30 from 29, what was on your mind at 30 years old? What were you thinking about at 30 years old? Well, here's the thing about what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're going to think about what we were doing when we were 30 and what we're going to do when we're 30. But you're going to do it with the brain, the knowledge, the education, the experience, the wisdom, the understanding that you have at whatever age you are right now. So you can get back, like for me, to go back and be 30 again, and I mean 30 today. I'm not talking about going back and being 30 when you were actually 30. Would you be able to be 30 today? Would you be able to fit in to being a millennial today? Would you be able to do it? There's some people who would be able to do it pretty easily, because you know how some young people, we say that some young people have an old soul. Well, some old heads have a young soul. You may call it immaturity. You may call it not being able to grow up, or you may call it being able to relate to the youth. There are different ways to swing it, and we're going to swing it right now. What's going on, Queen Monica? Queen Monica Matu Mayini. How you feeling today, Ma? It's good to see me some you. And Sucre Je Toi. Sucre Je Toi, thanks for coming on by. I'm always great to see you. It's no doubt. And Stacy White. Hold it down for the D. I'm so glad that you're down with me. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. I'm glad you came back through Relax and Chill. And Carry right, morning, noon, and night. It's always good to have my peoples going right in your sight. This word. So, would you be able to do it? Would you be able to be 30 today? Nah, I ain't talking about being 30 back in the 90s. I ain't talking, no, you're not doing that. You're not going to be able to go back and correct your mistakes that you made when you were 30. What you're going to do is be 30 today. Not back in the 2000s, not back in the 90s, not back in the 80s, not back in the whenever you were 30. Could you go back and be 30 today? Today, May 31st, the last day of May 2021. Could you be a 30-year-old today? Would you be able to pull it off? You know, you all my men out there, you get your hair back. You know, when you was 30, more than likely you had a full head of hair. It might have been slipping away. Don't get me wrong. For some of y'all, it was starting to slip away. At 30 years old, I had a full head of hair. I could still go. I was definitely going to the barbershop. I could get any hairstyle that I wanted to get at 30. So I would get my hair back. I would get the color of my hair back. Physically, I would, at 30 years old, I was at least 20 pounds lighter. I was in the 200s. You know what I mean? I'm only comfortable being in the 200s. I can't go under 200. You know what I mean? That don't apply enough threatening pressure to would-be assailants. You got to be over 200, so they have to think about it. But at 30 years old, I was. So that's not that different from today. It's just that today I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? I done packed on fat over the muscle. Back then, it was pretty solid. I worked out a lot back then. You know, my head was back then. So that wouldn't change, but so much. But it's going to change. It's going to give me about, you know, I can get back to 210. I can get back to 210. I want to get back to 210. That's a good weight. So, but yeah, your head, like I said, and this exercise, you get to keep all of your knowledge, wisdom, experience, education, understanding, all of that you get to keep, but you have to be 30 today. Can you do it? Can you do it? Or are you going to be an out of place 30-year-old? I would be out of place. You know, people may not think I'm very mature or whatever, you know, some people, whatever, but they will acknowledge that I ain't no dummy. That comes across pretty clear. Like, I may not like the way he act, but this nigga ain't no stupid dude. That he ain't that. You might think he's smarter than he is, but he ain't dumb. And I wasn't at 30. But at 30, I was way more reckless. I was much more of a gambler. In some ways, we can get into that. This is not about me. This is about us. So we could talk about it on the daily go get Mism show. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily. The Daily Go Get a Business Show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. It is the Daily Go Get 'Em show all up in your area on this Memorial Day, Power Monday, all up in your area. And we are on the Daily Go Get a Business show, and what we're talking about, I said, what we're talking about, what we're talking about is, would you be able to fit in with 30-year-olds today? Women, if you could get back that pretty skin. Oh, if you could get that pretty skin, you know what I mean? Tighten back up all of those things that may have loosened up over the years. And really that swag you had when you knew you was bowing it, booming it, pow, 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 pow. When you was leading the pack like a cat in heat, you know? Now, for some women, that's still important today. Yeah. For a lot of women, that's still important today. So if you could get back your physical frame. Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay, there we go. If you could get back your physical frame that you had when you were 30 years old, you know, you were still good when you was 30. 30 is as good as 29. And for some of y'all, it's as good as 21. So if you could get back all of that attractiveness that you had at that age. Now, some of y'all wasn't really that attractive at that age. Some of y'all were late bloomers and found yourselves later on in life, started getting beautiful after 40. But for those of y'all who knew that y'all was rocking that shit all crazy at age 30, what if you could get it back? And you have your mentality of the day. So, you know, cats try to run game on you, you're gonna be able to see it from far away. Would that be an advantage for you at 30 years old, or would it be a disadvantage? You really have to think about it, because you might say, yeah, it's definitely an advantage. But when you think about it, it's an advantage. It would be an advantage if you weren't actually in that slot. In that slot, you around your peer group is now 30-year-olds, not 40-year-olds, not 50-year-olds, not 50-something or 60-something or 70. No. So you have the mentality of, let's say, a 60-year-old man or woman, but now here you are in a 30-year-old's body, and your whole future is ahead of you, but you living right now. Would you be able to build that fortune? Would you be able to? By the way, we're talking about May 31st, 2021. Not back when you were really 30. I'm going to have to keep pushing that, because a lot of people are not going to understand that. They're going to be trying to take their mind back to when they were 30. No, okay, you can take your mind back to when you were 30, but you're going to be 30 today. You're not going back into 1982. You got to be 30 today. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, remember, like, you may have 45 years of musical taste under your belt. You're going to be able to listen to this trap music today? You're going to be able to turn your radio on? Remember, you grew up with the radio. That was all you had. You know, some of y'all didn't have no record players or cassette tapes. You ain't had that shit. Everybody ain't had that shit. Some people wasn't even allowed to listen to that shit. So anyway, let's say you have 45 years of your musical taste under your belt. You're going to be 30 years old with that? Like, how you know so much about Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5? And why do you care? Like, I mean, for historical purposes, yeah, that's cool. But for real, we going to listen to some Lil Yachty. And matter of fact, we want to go to a Lil Yachty show. You going to come to the Lil Yachty show with me? You going? You going to see Lil Yachty? You going to go see Lil Uzi Vert? You going? You listen to Lil Uzi Vert? You listen to the Migos? Can you? You know, remember, you're 30 years old. Brothers, you gonna rock them skinny jeans, skinny shirts, skinny suits? You gonna think that you fly in that shit? Yeah, I mean, think about it. You're going to be 30 years old today. Huh? Do you even know what the fashion is today? Do you know? Do you know like what's popping out here? Unfortunately, in the Black community, we still rocking Gucci, Louis, the same Gucci, Louis, and Polo, the same shit. That's been sucking us dry of money for the last 50 years. Still, our dumbass is still running out and buying that shit. Yeah, it's the actual fact. So you gonna still be able to do it? Can you do it? All right. That's what we're talking about on the Daily Go Getimism show today. I see we have a caller on the line. Caller, I see you. With the last numbers 4215. I'm gonna get with you in just a second. I just want to read these comments, and then I'll be right there with your caller. So hold on. Give me just a second. Don't get frustrated with me and bail out. It's gonna be all right. Damn right, it's gonna be all right. Thank you. Won't All right. So we got okay. Let me see what we got. Okay. So Crazy Twa says, I don't like these. I gotta cover it up so I can see again. Wait a minute. Okay. I still can't see this shit. Okay. I don't like these millennials. Okay. And I gave birth to 2 of them. Okay. She said, who don't like me? Shit. Okay. Let me see. Oh, God. Come on. Okay. Intro gets longer and longer. Yeah. We get our eyes back. Okay. Oh yeah, Monica. We would get our I would get my eyesight back. All of it. Like, get rid of these shits for I never had glasses before I was 47. Like, get these shits out of here. Out of here. Yeah. You're out of here. All right. Narsil says, with the resources available, I could pull it off. Okay. Stacy White says, I know how they think. Okay. But would you be able to think that way? Or would you keep the way that you were thinking? Well, you wouldn't have any choice because you already know what you know. But would you be able to fit in? Like, would you be a 30-year-old that can't hang around no other 30-year-olds? Something that you really have to take into consideration. See, what some of y'all going to try to do is try to take the easy road and try to project yourselves into this shit. Like, yeah, I could definitely do it. But y'all going to do it without actually really thinking it over. But I ain't going to let you do it. Y'all know what I'm going to do. I'm about to get in y'all way. I'm going to get right in y'all way. This damn cat. Look at this damn fur. I'm about to get in y'all way and make y'all have to think about this shit again. Like, oh, I ain't really think about that. Or that. All right. T. Carey Wright says, I didn't fit in then, and I wouldn't want to fit in with today's 30-year-olds. Interesting. Nar says, my choices would be more fruitful. Okay. He says, I have a 26-year-old friend that I'm really cool with. So I'm confident I would get things off. Okay. All right. T. Carey Wright says, I take my physical frame for sure. Even though I was the same size and build, I was addicted to working out. So my muscle tone was off the charts. Okay. And she says, Norris, I have a group of friends in the 20s and 30s who I would still be cool with, but I wouldn't fit in with the general 30-something public. Okay. Stacy White says, I would be out of place. Okay. All right. We have a caller on the line. Caller with the last number is 4215. Just as I promised before, I'm picking you up right now, and I want to thank you for holding on. What's on your mind this Memorial Day on the Daily Go Getimism Show? What's going on? What's popping?
Yo, what's up, everybody, man? Well, I'm glad to be back with you. I'm sorry I missed you over the weekend. I got to listen to half of your show, Saturday show earlier today. But anyways, I'll get back to listening to that later. But skinny jeans, no. Today's music, no. Some of these styles, no. Some of the so-called entitlement, the laziness, no.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I wouldn't blame it on lack of resources because a lot of things have been cut out, and that there's not too much for some of these kids to do. As I'm noticing that lately around my way, there's and I'm quite sure you guys are used to it in Philly, but there's more shootings going on around where it make the news like every day. I didn't used to see that. We're seeing more of that now too, as far as the negative side of things being more accessible. I'm not for that. But as far as the fitting in, now that I think about it, I'm sort of the same way I was back when I was 30. As far as socially, yeah, I've always been a people person, but I'm not too much as far as crowds anymore. I mean, that's sort of like waned off by the time I reached 30. So in my 20s, I was pretty much, how everybody wants to get their party and stuff. So that's where I was. But it's got to a point where as long as nobody was bugging me all the time, I was cool.
Okay.
And, looking at what T. Carey says as far as, having friends in the 20s and 30s, still be cool with, but wouldn't fit in. So, yeah, I'm sort of with her on that.
Yeah. My thing is this. First of all, the answer for me is hell no. I couldn't do it. And the reason that I couldn't do it is like my thing would be like, what am I going to wear?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't.
Again, back to the skinny jeans part. That just sort of like just blocks everything out if there's anything fashionable at all to pay attention to. Yeah.
And from what I see, you're not going to be 30 years old today and hate skinny jeans. But I would. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the sneakers that they wear today, I'm not wearing that shit. Some of this shit is dope. Some of this shit is dope, just like it was when we was growing up. I didn't like everything, but there were way less choices before. We had a lot of different brands of sneakers, but they didn't all make it. You know what I'm saying? Today, these cats be wearing all of these crazy looking colors and spacey looking kicks and all of that. They even my man, even in sports, like I've been checking out the NBA playoffs, right? And you notice how the shorts are getting shorter now?
We're going back to the 70s now all of a sudden?
We headed that way. We headed that way.
Man.
For 30 years, for 30 years, we ain't have no long tube socks and shit. Now they got the long tube socks again. You know what I mean? The shorts are shorter. You think, well, shoot, our ball shorts was damn near to our ankles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what am I honestly? What am I going to wear? Like I can't get into that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Not the long pro socks with the 3 stripes at the top.
Yo, they back. Yo, they rocking them shits. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
They are straight rocking that shit. So that kind of shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and people already think I'm hard on chicks with the all of that extra makeup and the you know, the eyelashes and all of that.
The eyelashes. Oh yeah.
You know, that super long. Eyelashes. Yeah, the super long extra weave and all of that. I ain't gonna be able to do that shit. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was clowning
all that that loud ass colored eyeshadow stuff, like, you know, the neon blues and shit. Well, I'm exaggerating, but
no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not exaggerating. Yeah, you're gonna see that shit today. And at 30 years old, you supposed to be like, oh yeah, oh shit. Yeah. I wasn't like that. Listen, I didn't like suspect chicks when I was 30. I never liked dangerous chicks. I never liked chicks. You know, I might have slipped up and found myself in situations like that back in the day. But what I didn't do before, and I thought about this shit when I thought about the concept for this show, I was thinking about my 30-year-old conduct versus my 50-year-old conduct. And I'm thinking, like, in all reality, I didn't chase no chicks back then. But I would put in an extra effort back then. 35, I was like, take me or leave me. I don't really. So at 30 years, how am I going to justify not chasing? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got to.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like what I look like, yeah.
Shit is real. So, you know, all of these celebrity chicks that, you know, cats be all gassed over and all of that. I'm looking at them at 30 years old with my mentality now. I'm looking at them like, yo, all of these chicks is bum ass chicks. I'm trying to tell you, they regular. Once they scrape that crayon off their face, I'm trying to tell you, dog.
Man,
you ain't gonna find nothing but your look. Once you scrape that crayon off their face, you gonna find nothing but your cousins and your homegirls.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's my girl right there. That's my homie there.
Your homie. You not trying to smash. No, that's just You're gonna find your sisters, your cousins, and your homegirl.
Straight friend zone.
That's what I'm. So I'm. You know, it's not going to be easy for you to go back with what you know, even though you're physically in a 30-year-old frame. You're going to be trying to. You still got to be 30. So
because you think about the intellect and the conversations that are had right now. The conversations just would be. Look. Yeah, I'll be doing like I did then. I'll take over women then. Yeah.
Hey Nars, you gonna be going to the movies all the time? Yeah, I mean, you gonna be going?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you gonna be going to the movies like? You gonna be going to the club? You go to the club?
You know what? I was starting to phase out on the club part.
Okay.
Because the music's starting to change. And I was looking at, I noticed how after happy hours in certain clubs, where it's like, okay, this ain't my crowd no more type shit, Yeah, it's like when Blue, if Blue Monday didn't last till 11 o'clock, it wasn't my crowd.
Yeah,
one of them types.
I mean, I totally get it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so as we keep talking about this, you're gonna open it up. Like, wait a minute, oh shit, you're gonna have to start thinking like, oh, you mean 30 years old today. Yeah. This 30-year-old, not your 1990s 30 years old today. Yeah. In this society, this coming out of the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to get back to the normal that we know now, 30. Like it's not as easy. Your placement may not be as easy as you think. Some of us just gonna be happy we got our we you know what I mean, we got our physical frame back, we got our health back and all of that. Some of us,
I think about that too. Yeah.
Like, all right, that's fun, but it's like, with the mentality that you have today, are you going to be able to keep that 30-year-old frame? You know what I mean? You may have been working to keep that 30-year-old frame then. Now you're like, at 30 years old, I still got shit I got to do. Or do you? Because, you got back, do you still have the same responsibilities? Because if you still have the same responsibilities, you'll probably be able to manage your money a little better. But you have to think, some people never really manage to grasp the whole money management thing. Some people just don't have it. It is like,
that's a different thing too. Because I remember I used to just live paycheck to paycheck and just fuck shit off.
Some people still do that at their age now, 50s and 60s. They still do that shit. You know what I mean? If you can see,
and then want to be, and then want to have the pity look and have the hand stick out. No.
Yeah. But shoot. At 30 years old now, you thinking about having all like multiple streams of income and shit like that. That's what a lot of the 30-year-olds are learning.
That's what I'm talking about right there. As opposed to working, having to work two jobs to have some stuff. At least you can, there's more than, there's more than one way, and you can work you can have more than two jobs, and it doesn't have to be labor intensive. Yeah,
you're gonna be able to go. Could you go back and develop an app, make millions? Yeah. Today you're gonna learn how to work a computer way better than you was able to do it when you were actually 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, develop an app. Yeah, get all the money.
I have a nephew that's maybe 20 years old. He's already rocking a fresh charger, according to what my brother told me the other day. And I'm like, and that's because whatever he's doing, it has to do with the latest tech going on.
Yeah.
As far as like knowing how to do an app and creating a website, I still don't know how to do all that.
That's what I'm saying. But you're 30 years old today. You're gonna have to be brought up to speed with that shit. Yeah. Not that all 30-year-olds know how to do it.
But these millennials, they were born into it.
Exactly.
Exactly. When the internet was in its infancy.
When we was 30 years old, there were no smartphones. They didn't have that.
Right.
There was no such thing.
They were. The beepers were about to become extinct.
Yeah, we had polyphonic tones and shit. Polyphonic. That was the shit. Look at polyphonic tone. Look, I got this ringtone. You know what I'm saying? Motorola two-way pagers and shit. They was just coming. They was coming out, and they was the shit. That was state of the art. A two-way pager,
man.
So yeah,
and plenty of payphones to boot.
So yeah, like when you put yourself back in your 30-year-old self, but having to be 30 years old today, it's a little bit more. There's some extra things that you have to think about and take into consideration. It's not as sweet as it may have originally sounded. Like I said, you can get your body back, but you got to keep your mind. Like, what you gonna do?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I fuck around and I was gonna say, I'd be at 30 years old, that 30-year-old trying to hang around with 50-year-olds, but being frustrated with 50-year-olds because they don't want to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man. I'd be one of those like, okay, well that I see how I'm not going to be in 20 years, you know.
Right. But then again, you might not feel like running like that now as your 30-year-old self. You got your 30-year-old body, but you might not be willing to beat it up. At 30 years old, I was drinking.
Oh yeah. Right there.
If I'm 30 years old today, I'm not drinking because I done already been through all of that. So
exactly.
how am I going to explain that when I'm out with all my 30-year-old friends and shit, and we hanging out, and I ain't drinking, and all of them are? How am I going to put up with their shit and I ain't drinking? I could put up with my friends' shit back then because I was drinking too. We was all drinking.
Right.
You know, non-drinkers can't hang out with drinkers. You be pissed off at them like, yo, man, y'all niggas doing dumb shit. Fuck out of here. And you talking too much.
Man.
Like, nigga, you 30?
And
what the fuck is wrong with you?
And the thing I noticed about now as well as then, I just couldn't, grasp the concept of, the company you keep type thing. I did, but I just still want to see it a way of just being around a certain group, but yet not being completely in it,
Right.
But
right.
Yeah, to have that, but the thing about it is, they always. What I was at, I wasn't like physically, but in a social way, I was sort of like chasing something that didn't want to be around me because I didn't fit, and I was trying to fit in where I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's just part of the journey. This is part of the journey as far as like figuring out your place in the world. Yeah, okay, I get it. I was just too busy. Just like after you mess up all the money, after you pay your bills, and you go out and fuck up the rest, and then you got till the next payday to think about everything you're going to do right the next time. That's when that moment of clarity period.
Yeah, man. Like if you were 30 this year, that means you were born in either 1991.
Yep, 90, 91. Yep.
Or pretty much in 1991. Or you could be born in. You could have been born in 1990. Your birthday just ain't come up yet. You know what I'm saying? Or it already passed.
Right.
But being born in 1991, when you think about where your head was and where you were in 1991, and try to project yourself to where, okay, all right. I was born in 1970, so I was a 70s kid, and I grew up in the 80s. So those were my my teenage years on my way to adulthood. So that's where I got my training. That's where those are my stomping grounds, my formative years. For somebody that was born in the for somebody that was born in 1991, they are a 90s kid and grew up in the 2000s. So their old school music is like Young Jeezy.
Tupac.
Nah. Well, Pop too. You know what I mean? Yeah, Pop too. But they they was like 16. They was like 16 when Pac died. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
oh, okay. So like a Lil Jon. That's that's old school to them.
I'm sorry. Right. I'm sorry. They was 6 when Tupac died. 6.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So that was like Bootsy Collins to us. You know what I mean? It was like It's like you was a kid when Tupac like you don't really know nothing about Tupac. Like you were alive when he was alive, but that's really not your era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tupac was really the 80s kid.
Yeah, like I said, you were born in 1970. Same year Jimi Hendrix died. Right.
Right.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And he died like a month after I was born. You know, so
That, right?
yeah, so yeah. Like I don't know nothing about Jimi Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? Like songs that came out the year I was born was like I got so much trouble in my mind. I got so much, you know what I mean? Shit like that. That's my embryo year and shit. So, you know, so yeah, when you think about the time, the era, the music, the culture that they grew up in, you know what I'm saying? It's totally different. They grew up, you know, they don't see any reason. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them because not all 30-year-olds or 20-somethings, not all of them smoke weed, but a lot of them do. We was drinking 40 ounces. They don't drink that shit.
Yeah, man. From the mid to late 80s to around 2000 maybe. 40 ounces.
Yeah. 40 ounce of private Stizzenock standing on the corner holding my Jizzenock. You know what I mean? That type of shit. You know, like these cats, they have no concept of what a house party is. No concept.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no such thing. What is a house party?
Oh man.
Yeah.
The basement party.
Yeah.
Oh.
They have no concept of what that is. They'll never know what a rent party is. They'll never know what it was like to pay. Just $1 to holler, $1 to holler. You know what I mean? Sweaty walls and shit. They don't know nothing about they no concept. It's like having a rotary dial phone. They don't know what to do with it. Like,
oh, that's a funny one.
Yo, my dude, they do not know. Honestly, they don't know. At 30 years old, they don't know what it's like to go to a party without a camera phone. Like they don't, you know what I mean?
Oh man,
they don't know what it's like not to film. They don't know what it's like to be at a party and not to show the party. They don't.
Yeah, bring your records to it.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure they play my shit, and you had to make sure you got those records back at the end of the night because motherfuckers would steal your shit. Like,
right,
yeah, that type shit. So yeah, man, it's like, so yeah, being 30 years old today with a 50 or 50-something year old mentality. Yeah, you might like dudes would be thinking about, yeah, I can get all this young pussy and all that. Motherfucker, more than likely, you already still trying to do that because you haven't moved on. Your concept of beauty is still youthful. You have no appreciation for women your own age, either because it reminds you of your station in life, or because you really just don't think that that's beautiful at all. Like no, if it ain't young and tight, then it ain't really beautiful. It's not really pretty.
Young and tight, it ain't right.
Well, think about it, man. You know, like we talk about young people being old souls. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and I was one of them. Yeah.
One of the things that old heads who mess around with young cats do is they be like, oh yeah, but they mature for their age. They're very mature for their age. What they don't tell you is how immature they are for their own age.
Yeah.
They try to keep your mind off of how they have not developed mentally or probably emotionally like they should have. Like the chances and the chances and the gambles that a 30-year-old is going to take today. Like, how are you going to find a way to co-sign that shit? Like, so you really think it's a good idea to rob this shit? You know what I mean? Like,
man,
right.
right.
I don't think.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We're gonna rob this store. I don't want to rob the store. So it's not as easy. And you know, as fast as 20 years goes by, because in the year 2000, I was turning 20. And it seems like it really has. It don't seem like it really went by fast. But to take myself back to just the year 2000, it's like I remember how I felt turning 30. Like,
yeah,
officially an old head. Like that's what it was hitting for me. I was like, yeah. When you ain't got a 2 in front of that age of yours, it's like, yeah, you're not really young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You are officially at 30 old enough to know what you're doing. Because you are a full-fledged adult. There ain't no getting around that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, many of us had children by then and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, you ain't gonna be able to, you know, claim the naivete that like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, even a 25-year-old would be able to claim. Like now it's time for you to actually start building your fortune, getting your shit together. But many people didn't do that at age 30. And like, and if you never really mastered that, if you go back to being 30 now, you would still have to practice as if you never got it together, and you didn't. You know, so there's a good chance you might go back right back into the same mode that look, if you already pissed off about where your professional life has gone since you were 30, imagine going back to 30 and fucking it up again.
Oh man. Oh, you know what? In my 30s, I had made some kind of career elevations for a minute. So yeah, I did try something different. I mean, I was in the same type of field for you know a decade or so up till that time. You know, well, let's say hospitality, food service. You know,
okay.
Which I'm quite sure a lot of people have.
Right.
Not everybody has. Unless you know you've been in a family where they've had their own businesses and they showed you how to, you know, run a business and do paperwork and whatnot yourself.
Right.
You know. As I've listened to your story about it, yeah, I mean, you had your pops that had you plotting the course as far as self-sufficiency.
Yeah. Still, there are things I should have put in place then that I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would definitely do it this time, but this time I would have to be doing it without my pops. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, show me what you got.
Yeah, not having those resources as a backup.
Now, all right, it's all you. It's all you, homie. So I'm just saying that to say that if you went back to being 30 today and then you failed at the same things you failed at when you were 30, that depression is gonna fuck you up. Talk about a bitter ass 35-year-old. You know what I mean? Because it would probably it'd
be worse.
You'd be bitter as fuck.
It would be worse. I mean, shit. Yeah, you'd be that one you hear about.
And you know what else? You might have struggled. You might have struggled with love back when you were 30. Now, in this scenario, So in this scenario, you getting your 30-year-old body back. Your 30-year-old face, your 30-year-old hair, your 30-year-old legs, your 30-year-old arms back. You know what I mean? Stamina, endurance, all that old shit. But you have whatever age you are mine now. So is it really going to be an advantage for you? You know what I mean? Because you may have struggled in interpersonal relationships back when you were actually 30. You may still struggle with it now. So are you going to go back then and expect to not? Are you going to go back to now and expect not to struggle with that? Or
you know what? If I was to go back to to there now. Oh, darn. I was thinking about the lady I was seeing at that time too. If I
Mhm.
could have her along with it too, I probably it could be doable because a lot of people they come some people come and go for whatever reason, but
Mhm.
you sort of see where she was going and be able to like support know the definite the definition of supporting and helpmate and shit like that.
Right. 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 So yeah, it's just
Yeah. And I did say older women, yeah. So she was older than me too.
okay. Okay. Yeah.
So she was and she was like knocking on 40 anyway. So she was still talk about giving me a run for my money.
Mhm. Mhm. Shoot, I mean, when you let's say if you went back to if you could be 30 today, you might try to be in relationships with people who are really your own age as far as the
Mm-hmm.
age you came from. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you might want somebody 20 years older, 30 years older than you, and all of that. But the thing is, what you're going to have to deal with that with is you're 30 with your 30-year-old body. You can keep up with any of your older peers because you
Right.
still have your knowledge, wisdom, experience, understanding, and all of that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're going to start getting older and start having health
Older, yeah.
problems and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you 30, you good. You know what I mean? You good.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's like you're going to be losing a lot of people. And, you know what I mean? You're going to be stuck with the.
Yeah. Well, they're already at the phase of I don't care what you think.
Right.
You
Right. Right. So it's like when you this is like really like some Truman Show shit, but it's not as easy as it may sound. It can be sweet for some people. I mean, because I know people my own age who do very well with the youth of today. You know, they hang out with them, they understand them. You know, the youth love them and all of that kind of shit, and that's cool because you can impart your wisdom on them. But it's it might be a whole different story when you have to be one of them because they ain't trying to hear that shit you talking about now. Like,
it's like you gotta show them better than you can tell them, and then on that you gotta be careful and keep your eyes in the back of your head on that too.
Right, because now you become their peer, and they like, why the fuck should I listen to you? You ain't done nothing or been nowhere I haven't been. They don't know that you got 25 years on them. You know what I mean? Right. So they ain't trying to hear that shit you talking about. Like, listen, man. Look, we got these freaks up. We got these freaks, you know what I mean, that's going to be here and there. And then you coming or not. And it's like,
nah, I'm good. What you mean you good?
Yeah. You asking all kinds of crazy questions to them, like, well, do you really know this girl? Like, like, nigga, what? Look, what you talking about?
Yeah.
Yo, check this one out. Because we was talking about the music before, right?
Right.
What shows are you going to go to today?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What shows?
Yeah.
Oh, there are only a few. And then also speaking of which, there are more networks available too.
Mm-hmm.
Provided everybody has cable nowadays.
Mm-hmm. 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 But what I'm saying is
between cable.
What I'm saying is when we were growing up, we could actually afford to go to concerts. We didn't go broke going to the concert unless we just tried to go to everyone that was available, but plenty of people I know went to every show that ever came to town, and they were still all right.
Yeah, because they're like, they're only like $20, $30.
Exactly, they were affordable. It was like they priced them for you to actually be able to go to them. Now you all way up in the bleachers, like $100,
$200 seat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And who are you going to go? Who are you going to go see? Who are you going to get hyped to go see? What you waiting for Lauryn Hill to come? You waiting for Lauryn Hill to come to get her shit back?
Right.
Like when I was 8, my favorite artist was Lauryn Hill. I can't wait till Lauryn Hill, till she stop being crazy. She gonna make a third album in 40 years. Like I mean, these are the things you really have to take into consideration. What are you going to wear? What shows are you going to go see? You going to a Lil Yachty show? You going to go see Lil Uzi Vert? You know what I'm saying? Like, really? You gonna go see the Migos? What's his name? Something Black. The boy Donald Trump. The boy Donald Trump released. He pardoned something. Is it Gorilla Black or something? No, not Gorilla Black.
Oh, I'm up for thinking Gucci Mane. No.
Nah. Speaking of Gucci Mane, you know what I'm saying? Gucci Mane. I mean, Gucci Mane is highly responsible for the degradation of hip hop today. He been fucking that shit up. Like, his music of the early 2000s sounds like the shit that they do today. That's why he fits right in there. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they followed your bum ass. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So
yeah.
Like,
I think that I've been the one that, because I mean, with the sense of diversity I've had in music, my taste was varied.
Mm-hmm.
I would have more of a collection of the other than I would this trap music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I wouldn't have a trap collection.
That's what I'm saying. But these are your choices now. Trap music.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and that's all they're pushing on the radios too. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
Right.
Oh, not being able to, you can't call and request anything now.
Yeah. You like. What are you going to call and request? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. So you gonna be a 30-year-old that don't like nothing but old school hip hop? Like, really? Like, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have a 30-year-old girlfriend or 20-something-year-old girlfriend and she wants to go see the show, you going?
Man.
Oh man!
And if you don't go, chances are somebody's gonna grab her ass and she don't like it.
Right. Oh. By the way, thank you, Secret Jatois. She said it's Kodak Black. I knew it was something black. You know what I mean?
Black, okay.
Kodak Black. Kodak. So yeah, cats like that. So shit like that. Shit like that. Yeah, I mean,
just like that. Yeah.
So it's
man, I done rocked it. Yeah, we didn't got on the road. I'm over talking with you like I'm talking to the screen, but instead of chatting in the the live chat, I'm talking to you like I'm sending comments. and here it is, 8:00.
Yeah. But I mean, it's real shit. Like I said, this was a concept show. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not based in realism.
Right, but it's still an open-ended type of thing. It's like there's so many ways you can go with that.
Yeah.
As far as being 30 with a 50-year-old mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Being 30 with a 50-year-old's mind and a 30-year-old's body. Like, you out of place like crazy.
Man.
Out of place like crazy. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's some shit, you know, like, because
the way to Fandango through some things, but at the same time, not have, but not, if it didn't, again, if it was a pre-internet type of deal,
mm-hmm.
So you'd be able to get some things off a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's not an option.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they need to quit. That is hypothetics now.
Right. You know, like, you don't even know what a casingle is. You never had a casingle.
Oh, oh man.
You know nothing about a casingle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, come on. Yeah. Get that mint condition swinging casingle.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get high five. I like the way, the kissing game. I had, because I actually had that casingle. That was a hot casingle. I was like, yo, this shit is, you know what I mean? That was a hot casingle. I'm like, yo, this is a dope casingle. So
wow.
yeah.
That was the answer to 45. Oh wow, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How often will you see you're not gonna see a 45 anymore either.
Yeah. Oh no. No. Shoot, they was phasing.
I've seen yeah.
If you want a bunch of 45s, you got to get Biz Markie's record collection. He got 45s for days.
Man. Oh yeah, I listened to his interview on Questlove Supreme. Yeah, I heard him talking about his record. I'm like, yeah, so I can relate to that, having like storage bins full.
Yo, this shit was crazy.
Going around the world getting stuff. Yo,
it was somewhere in the 90s. I think it was like 95, 96. I saw Biz Markie spin. He was DJing at this club. He was fucking amazing. Bunch of 45. He was playing shit I never heard before, though. He was like, I know y'all remember this one. I'm like, no, I really don't. Like, you like, he was taking it. He was, he had some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, ain't gonna be no more 45. I mean, think about it. They're getting away with charging more for vinyl now. Remember, CDs was the expensive thing.
I remember when vinyl used to be $7 for an album.
Yeah, I remember when it was $5. You could get an album $5. Yeah. I remember I bought the Chic album. With Good Times. With Good Times on it, and that shit was I remember it was $5. I was like, this is an expensive album. Priced me out of the water. I was like 8. I mean, so
man, 45s was like $1.
Mm-hmm.
My first 45 was Funkadelic Knee Deep.
There you go.
I remember
there you go.
Man.
And you was probably salty that it wasn't the long version. It was that short 45. Like, damn.
It was part 1 and part 2.
Oh, on the flip side, it was 1 and 2. Okay, that's what's up. At least they gave you that. You know what I mean? A lot of them was getting away with just.
Yeah, so at least I got about 8 to 9 minutes versus, if I got the album, I got the whole 15 minutes.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna fuck you up though. That was on Casablanca Records.
What, Funkadelic?
Yeah.
No, that was Warner Brothers. They
was on Warner Brothers Okay. One of them was on Casa. It must have been Parliament on Casablanca.
Parliament and Parlet. Yeah.
They was the same group, two record labels. The motherfuckers was slick as hell.
That was a genius strategy.
Yo,
I don't know what was.
Yeah, off the charts.
That was
off the
genius.
Charts. One group, two
Straight
labels.
genius.
Hey, yo, they was the motherfuckers. They was not regular regular smart. They was on some. They figured it out. You know, if it wasn't for the drugs, if it wasn't for the drugs, the drugs, the drogas, the drogas.
Yeah, because listening to the latest Parliament album, it's like, well, nah. Yeah, like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, because everybody else is gone.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it's crazy. All right, man, we gotta get on up out of here. We gotta get on up out of here. Oh, okay. But listen, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Right? This was pretty dope.
No doubt. I mean, I just co-hosted with you, basically.
Without a doubt. Yeah, I mean, I wish people would do that more often. You know, I mean, we need that. That's exactly what we need. So don't hesitate to do it again, because I'm always ready, always willing. You know what I'm saying? So
word up, it's on, man. It's on.
Appreciate it.
Well, all right. I'm gonna do a shout out on everybody here, and say much love and shade smile. Happy birthday and everybody. So
no doubt.
Love y'all, everybody, man. And I'm out, man. I'll get back at you.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
All right. Excellent call there. Excellent call. Not the excellent call like Donald Trump said that he had when he was involved in that Ukraine scandal. I'm talking about a real excellent call, baby. All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious May 31st, last day of May, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special, because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. I said number one out the box, Van Cooper. Happy birthday to you, Van. And also Shirley Montgomery, turning 58 years old today. And my girl, go-getter, Linda C. Gaines. Linda C. Gaines. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, she had some Facebook stories out recently, but Linda C. Gaines used to come pop up in the chat all the time on the Daily Go-Getterism show when we was doing our thing on Facebook. So I'm glad to see that you're out there still doing a damn thing. She is the sister of Donna Summer, the late great Donna Summer. So happy birthday to you, Linda. And also Kimberly Special K Laney, turning 55 years old today, Deuce Nichols. And also Bernard Adolphus, turning 50 years old today. Happy birthday. And last but not least, Valisa Felton, turning 53 years old today. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious May 31st. Anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally, all of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, check this out, peep it. Yo, could you at your present age go back to being 50 years old? Go back to being 30 years old in today's society? Not back when you were actually 30 years old. Not that society, but I mean up to date, May 31st, 2021. Would you be able to be a millennial? Be a millennial. Do you have entitlement issues, or will you even see it that way? Yeah, too. And would you have this type of positivity. What you think that you're gonna be the way that it used to be? Could you run that mental frame or stay the same? We taking it back to where you are now. Can you do it? Are you down? Everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. Think it won't. Everything is gonna be all right. We just took it back to the day. Yeah, tonight. Everything is gonna be all right. Everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna work out fine. 1 year over 29. Yo, I want to thank y'all for coming through. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all back to life. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This has been another installment of the Daily Go Get 'Emism show, and I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. So peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love you to death. Resuscitation. I love you right back to life. So Blog Talk, we're going to get you on up out of here. And we'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night for another Daily Go Get 'Emism show. Thank you. All right, let's do that. And for all my Instagrammers, Fire Slammer Jimmer, thanks for coming through. I'm gonna have to watch my grammar piece. All right, and for my YouTubers, one love, baby, love one, peace.